Boot Up or Shut Up Radio live with Priest and Officer 5000 Awanya Allah. Tune in every Sunday night from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Central Time. It's gonna be informative and provocative. Also broadcasted live with Priest and Captain of 13,000 Kahantham Yard will be reporting live from hell, using the Holy Scriptures to bring truth to the blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians in America, the 12 lost tribes of the nation of Israel. Boot Up or Shut Up Radio live every Sundays from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Central Time.
Boot Up or Shut Up Radio. Shut Up Radio. Home of self-mutilation. Whatever verse you pull out the Bible, you gon' cut yourself. Cut yourself.
Any man give his life for Yahweh Shai, Mashiach, and Christ, and fall up under that UPK banner is my brother and my blood, and I will die and kill for him if necessary. Go to ground, 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 go to ground. It's all about that warfare, boy. Give ground, give ground, give ground, back up, give ground, give ground, give ground, back up, give ground, give ground. It's all about that warfare, boy. Take ground, 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 take ground. My soldiers take ground till them stand down. Take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground. My soldiers take ground till them stand down. Take ground, take ground, take ground. Now this ain't no movement, this a takedown. We would not be moved or intimidated. We ain't the type. You got a problem, tell them cross the fucking line. My niggas ain't put like soldiers to the left and right. I die for every man body. Before I be a coward, I'd rather be a dead body. This will be my kingdom when the hour pass. You can either get with it or get flipped like an hourglass. We live by honor and no excuse. Just sit to pray up to the Lord. I told him, then let all the terrorists loose. Hold your tongue or get rebuked, cause you made a truce with a race that made merchandise out of my abuse. Scared of who? You got your gun, then pull it. Me and my niggas started to argue. It's about who gon' bite the bullet. It gon' take round, take round, take round. Opponents better move slow. Attack dog for this truth. Nigga, cool yo. Go to ground, 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 go to ground. It's all about that warfare, boy. Give ground, give ground, give ground, back up, give ground, give ground, give ground, back up, give ground, give ground. It's all about that warfare, boy. Take ground, 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 take ground. My soldiers take ground till them stand down. Take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground. My soldiers take ground till them stand down. Oh, thought you could cross us with no consequence, but you will pay dearly. You should've used your common sense. My zeal lit, that mean you could never prevail. Hey, with a true sit, hey, with warriors dwell. Be wise with them weapons, cause I promise. My nine just like my wife, she concealed, she modest. I know two things, a robber will not prosper. And any man harm me and my octave gon' meet the doctor. Cause this life is warfare, it's not an easy walk. Been watching my people die so you can miss me with that love talk. My UPK soldiers, any man try to cross your path, make him regret it. What that mean? Fall on his ass. Comparing me to you really ain't no contest. Long live one West. Say what? Long live one West. This for those who thinking we ain't
or Shut Up Radio Live with Priest and Officer 5000 and Wanya Allah. Tune in every Sunday night from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Central Time. It's gonna be informative and provocative. Also broadcasted live with Priest and Captain of 13,000. Kahantham Yard will be reporting live from hell, using the Holy Scriptures to bring truth to the blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians in America, the 12 lost tribes of the nation of Israel. Boot Up or Shut Up Radio live every Sundays from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Central Time.
Boot Up or Shut Up Radio. Shut Up Radio. Home of self-mutilation. Whatever verse you pull out the Bible, you gon' cut yourself. Cut yourself.
Boom, y'all know what time it is, y'all. It's another episode, Boot Up or Shut Up Radio. I am your host, Priest and Officer 5000, Wanya Allah, host of the Boot Up or Shut Up Radio, man. Check it out. We're going to get into it again. This is the 71st episode. Like I said, we're not where we was, but we sure not where we want to be at. We're going to rock this out till Yahweh shall return. Who are we? We are an ISUPK affiliate, man. See what I'm saying? ISUPK radio stations, man. This is, again, Boot Up or Shut Up Radio. Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. We started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Harlem, New York, y'all, under Commanding General Yohana, the most controversial man in America. All right, and we will continue to educate blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians and West Indians of North, Central, and South America, and inform them about their true heritage, which is comprised of laws, statutes, commandments, and the Bible. All right, and ISUPK Boot Up or Shut Up Radio is another platform. Okay, another platform to where we can get our message out across the globe, and I mean we are across the globe. We are in the states of America as well as abroad. All right, so big ups to all the ISUPK schools around the entire globe, Earth. And again, make sure you donate to Boot Up or Shut Up Radio. Okay, Boot Up or Shut Up Radio on Cash App. All right, and again, we have something for you today, man. We got a spillover from last week. All right, we got the whole Snoop Dogg, Gayle King thing going on. See what I'm saying? And we also got some politics that we're going to put at you as well, all right? And, of course, we got, we're going to go over some stories today that include the old Confederate flag and the little racist minions, their children that come along with it, all right? So, again, in pocket right now, we do have Priest and Captain 13,000, all right? Kahantham Yard is reporting live from hell. Shalom, Yahweh B'Ashem, Yahweh Shabbat Rakatah. So, how you doing today?
Yeah, Shalom Yahweh, Shabbat. What's going on, mighty man?
Man, say Cap, hey, we getting it in, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm going over, putting these articles together. What you sent me again. You know, I said it's like I say it every week, Cap. We can't make it up. You know, and I'm so glad that there's also a positive way to use social media, and that's what the ISUPK does. You know, we take it and we expose, you know, the nonsense, the false, you know, reality that they pushing out. At the same time, we get to, you know, substantiate it with the biblical scriptures, you know. So, you know, I'm gonna let you,
right.
I'm gonna let you go in like no other, and I'm gonna follow your lead, Cap. Let's get it in.
Already. Hey, first of all, I want to say Shalom Yahweh Shema Shabbat to all the brothers out there that's listening. Shalom Yahweh Shema Alatham Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah to all the sisters that's out there listening. Man, once again, y'all know what time it is. Like I said, I want y'all to better put me in the fifth chamber right now. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna tell you, the fight continues. The fight does not stop. You understand? The fight does not stop. The war is not over. The battle is not over. Listen, I'm telling you, if you don't understand that what the Bible said, we're gonna go into it tonight. You don't understand that this is a spiritual warfare. You better understand tonight.
Yep.
You understand that you have to get fully girded for this warfare. You understand? And it's taking place not just on the streets of America, but on social media. It is taking place, brothers and sisters. So we want you, of course, to pay attention tonight, understand how the enemy uses his weapons.
That's right.
And how he has weaponized certain things against us and our image that he tries to destroy and push his image, which is the image of the false Christ, the image of Christianity. Let's get right into it. Let's go to story number 4. And also I want to thank all our memers and streamers out there that's been supporting Boot Up and Shut Up.
Good night.
That's on there. Hashtag Give Gail Hell.
Yes.
Hashtag The Hell with Gail.
Right.
We want to thank all you memers and streamers out there that's been supporting the UPK.
Good
You understand
night.
what I'm saying?
Good night.
So let's go to story number 4, my brother.
And if I throw in there, and appreciate them also, Cap, because they, really supporting Boot Up the Shut Up Radio. Every time, we get off, we over 1,000, 1,200, 1,300 views, you know what I'm saying, and rising. I'm saying, so again, we really do appreciate you all sharing the video and supporting the video, and supporting Boot Up and Shut Up Radio on a whole. All right, so. It does not go unnoticed. So the water to all the brothers and sisters, man, for your ongoing support of Boot Up and Shut Up Radio. Okay. All right.
Damn right.
Okay, let's go ahead and get this. I know you're gonna have me pull this up, so I'm gonna go ahead and get. Oops. Let me see. File and okay, there we go. Now, all right. So now the first story for tonight, everybody. Well, I tell you, first story for the night on your screen. Let me go ahead and put that up for the brothers and sisters. All right. First story for tonight is going to be Ben Carson mocked for being the one black face in a sea of Trumpers. Here we go. Good night.
Okay, let's get to Ben Carson. We're gonna get to Ben Carson. We're going to go ahead and nip this in the bud quick. Y'all know who Uncle Ben is. Now this, if you can see, I don't know if they can see the image, but you got to see.
Yeah, here go the image.
1,000 words.
Come. I also have the Uncle Ben box, everything. We ready. All right. So that's the image right there. We got the image with him. I don't know if they're on the plane or what, Cap, but there he go, kind of scooting off in the middle.
the nigga had to scoot off in the middle so he could be I mean, listen. I don't know who out there that can help us. You remember Where's Waldo? You remember that book Where's Waldo? When you had to find Waldo, he was in all these all these different places. Well, we need a book to say Where's Ben Carson.
Oh man.
And we need it for educational purposes. Because this, I mean, you can't go no lower.
Golly, man.
I don't know if you can go no lower. And then he's on a plane. He's the only Negro. Thank you, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
Come on, man.
Thank you.
Got to be kidding
because
me, man.
This is the end result of integration. You would have thought he was integrating an all-white school. Being the only black in there. This is what happens. When you give up your integrity, this is what happens.
Man,
you become a token. You understand? You become a bargaining tool. This is what you become. And this is what these so-called political prostitutes have become among us. And this we're gonna go in there tonight too. We're gonna show you why voting is obsolete.
Night.
Keep going, my brother.
Brother is in the middle. Like I didn't, Cap, when you first sent it to me. I didn't really catch it, until I kept, putting it in and putting the picture in. I say, is this Negro leaning off to the side, man? And I just fell out, man. Like he blocked the whole, like it was it photoshopped or what? No, this Negro then slid out there in the middle, man. So I'm done, man. Like attention whore at its best, man. Attention whore at its best. Golly. Okay, y'all. Well, here we go, man. We getting into it. The first story for the night. With old Ben Carson, man. All right. This is it right here. Okay. Let me go and put this out the way so they can get down and see this. All right. Let me see. All right. So I got the Uncle Ben up there. You know, I got the Uncle Ben Rice thing up there. So we're gonna go ahead
That's
and
right. Well,
lean
you know,
in from
you know, I want y'all that he says he's a part of Donald Trump's cabinet. So it makes sense. He is a part of the Donald Trump cabinet.
Right.
We understand that this is his kitchen cabinet.
That's right. Good night. Here we go, y'all.
And I want to say something too. I'm surprised that nigga even took a picture. You know, it's convenient. They gonna bring him out this Black History Month. You know, that's when he usually comes out, like Groundhog Day. When he comes out, he happened to see his shadow or something like that. That's like this when he comes out during Black History Month. This when they say, "Ben, come out and make a few appearances, so we can show you that we are racially inclusive, that we're multicultural."
Man,
Keep going, my brother.
I might do a remix on the Houdini. Instead of friends come out or the freaks come out, the coons come out at night. Good night.
We might need it, man. We might need it.
All right, serious. Okay, now here we go, y'all. This is Ben Carson, mocked for being the one black face in a sea of white Trumpers. Okay, on a plane leaving Iowa, HUD Secretary Ben Carson, okay, stopped to take a picture on an airplane filled with Donald Trump supporters, each donning a variation of the MAGA hat. Okay, each one of them had a little different picture of the MAGA hat. All right, now the photo shown Carson and other members of Trump. Let me see, it's kind of skipped down a minute. The photo shown Carson and other members of Trump's team wearing red Keep Iowa Great hats after campaigning in the state. Iowa has so many pleasant memories, Carson told Local 5. The people, they're very special in Iowa, here in Iowa. People seem to be much more in tune with what's going on in the country. Quote, I think it's very important that the GOP recognizes that this is more than just a simple election, he added. We're taking about do we want to continue the lifestyle that has been characterized American greatness over the centuries, or do we want to switch to another system? Okay, now however, the picture brought out tons of memes and puns at Carson's expense. Ben Carson's acceptance of his tokenism is sad, just sad.
Listen, and let me tell you something. And you know, I want to thank all you memers and streamers out there that's once again that's supporting the UPK, because this is why you're important. And let me tell you something. This is why it's a disconnect between the civil rights generation and the young generation.
Right.
This is the disconnect here. And thank the Lord that they're seeing. They're making fun of him because they can clearly see. The Lord is removing the veil off our eyes to really see what these people are, who they are for who they are. They seeing it. They saying to themselves, a young 14-year-old memer, black memer, or you know what I'm saying, is seeing that and saying, man, this nigga's Uncle Tom. Let me meme this up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They doing it, and I think I'm glad they're doing it.
Man.
Because he needs to be mocked for what
sir.
He's doing. Well, he don't need to be praised for this. You understand? Right. So long they've been praised for this, saying, look, he got a seat at the table. That nigga is serving the food.
Man. And Cap is getting like it's really getting to the point to where, you know, coons are starting to talk about other coons. Like, hold on now, you cooning too much. You know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly.
You know, because people, like brothers that's not in the truth, or Christians, whoever, they saying, whoa, Ben, you bending over too much, Ben. See what I'm saying?
That's right.
Ben is in the man name.
I heard one brother say, look, hey, like they have like their Tom tolerance. They reached their Tom tolerance. Some of these coons. Some of these coons, they saying, look, well, you know, I got the tolerance, and we went this far, but now you're taking it too far.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Too far.
But there ain't no limit to disloyalty. You understand? That's what you have. You have traitors, and once again, we're going over that tonight. There are traitors among us in this nation that have to be rooted out spiritually, have to be spiritually amputated from this nation in order for us to prosper. They have to no longer have credibility among us, because that credibility gives them access, which gives who access among us? Our oppressors.
That's right. That's right.
And they're able to infiltrate. Remember, we went over the definition. We went over that quote on what traitors are and how they rot the soul of a nation.
That's right.
They destroy you from within.
Right.
Go ahead, my brother.
Good night, Khan McCon. This is absolutely amazing, y'all. But we're gonna get into it some more. And here we go. Now, he says. Let me go down. He says, however, the picture brought about tons of memes and puns at Carson's expense. Ben Carson acceptance of his tokenism is sad, just sad. He doesn't have a seat, right? FFS. Someone tweeted, I don't say the man's name. So now we go, he was probably there to serve drinks. Someone else texted or tweeted, right?
You see that?
Mm-hmm.
They tweeted. Go ahead.
Alexia, let me see. Show me Trump Klan rally. That was another Trump. Let me see. The red hat is a armband for the 21st century. Look at this, man. All right, so now it goes on. It says Iowa. Let me make sure this is the right one. Iowa was the first testing ground for political candidates in the 2020 presidential election cycle. Many Iowans, right? This keeps jumping. Many Iowans, let me see. Yeah, it keeps jumping to the very beginning. Here we go. Many Iowans seemed up in the air as to whom to choose, according to the latest Iowa poll. Only 40% of likely voters have picked a candidate and will caucus at one of the 1,679 precincts. Okay, let me see. As one of the whitest states in the nation, and also a red state, there was never any question that Trump would do well there. This week, dozens of Trump surrogates convened in Iowa to host a rally, and then. And I
want to say one thing. I want to say one thing too.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of Republicans talk, and Iowa is where they have the Iowa caucus. That's like one of the big caucus they have for the election.
Right.
But a lot of people don't know there's a lot of farmers in Iowa that's committing suicide right now. White farmers. You understand? Because of what's going on with the economy that's hurting their farmland. You understand? So it's like it's showing you that either or is not, both parties are not good for us. Definitely, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna benefit white people. They willing to go ahead and go with the damn flow. You know what I'm saying? But it's time for us to pull away, because just like they accuse the Democrats for urban decay in the cities, you can also shift some of the blame to Republicans for rural decay.
Right.
So,
right.
When the Bible says, "Curse you're gonna be in the city, curse you're gonna be in the field." These are both parties that show that. You understand? Because it's not going to help us for either party. But this is what they're doing. They're trying to consolidate power amongst their own. Go ahead.
Yeah. So that'd be it. That was it for the article.
Okay, good. Give me where it says, "Is Israel a homeborn slave?"
Come.
Give me that scripture. That scripture fits Ben Carson right there.
Come.
You understand? How? Like, I mean, come on, man. You gotta be out your damn mind.
Right.
So you mean to tell me you're not comfortable on that plane with all them maggots? Like, it's something that going on with that brother. That brother. And let me tell you something. And this is why we say some people have to be spiritually amputated. Because for certain things that people do, you gotta know that they are not connected to their people anymore. You have to know that. There's certain things that you got. When you look at people like Ben Carson, you got to say to yourself, this person has disconnected from us.
Right.
This person has disconnected from our culture, what we stand for, even, you know what I'm saying, what we believe, how we should move.
Yeah, man.
You understand? Now, I understand now that we don't have one common belief, but we do understand that we have to stand together, at least majority of us. You understand? This is why the ISUPK is so important. You understand? Because we give the ISUPK, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, sets the boundary, the moral compass of how we should live. And it's certain things that we should not do. There's certain things that we should not do lest we violate our nation.
That's right. Yeah.
Go ahead, brother.
All right, this is the Old Testament, the book of Jeremiah, chapter 2, verse 14, and it reads,
Come on.
Is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled?
You see that? Is Israel a servant?
Right.
When they look in that picture, they don't see a person that's equal in that picture of all them sea of Trump supporters, all white and the only black. They don't see that. They see a servant. You are there to serve. That's why they said somebody posted on there, he must have been there to serve drinks.
Man, that's heavy, man.
You understand? He don't have power. He's in the proximity of power, but he don't have power. Because a picture's worth 1,000 words. And when I see that, I see a token. When I see that, I see a slave. When I see that, I see a servant.
Yep. Right. Man.
Keep going, brother. Is he a servant? Is he a homeborn slave?
Why?
You understand?
Colonel McConnell, why is he spoiled? Right?
Why is he spoiled, man? That's a good question. And the Lord asked that question. Why is he spoiled? Why? And you know what spoiled means? Oh, quick in English, why is he robbed?
Right.
Why has he been robbed? Because he's been robbed. Integrity. All these things, man. Like, these are things that been, like we got to get it back, man. You understand? Been robbed. You know what I'm saying? Thinking that it's okay, this is equality. That's not equality. When I see that picture, I don't see equality. You know what I'm saying? I see a servant. We ain't never supposed to be a servant to them. We princes of the power. That's what the word Yasha'Allah means. Princes of the power. You understand? But we have been in a subservient state. Why? Because we have disconnected from the Lord. Which is why we're in the position we in.
Yep.
The hell of a goddamn picture for so-called Black History Month. Wouldn't you agree?
Man. Cold,
this is the future? This is what the dream was about? Nah. Time for us to come back to the truth, man. Let's go to story number 4, my brother.
Good night.
Story number 4.
Come. All right, let's get story number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let me see. Officer Matabar, you in pocket, right? Okay, all right, cool. Yeah, you can handle the scriptures from here on out. I appreciate that, my brother. All right. All right, let's go ahead and get story number 4, everybody. Okay, and we are going to get it once again, because guess what? We just need proper leadership, everybody. We need proper leadership, and story number 4 is gonna show you that. All right. So now we have just like Kat was speaking about. When they see division, then guess what? The enemy gonna come in and divide it even more. So now this is Rose McGowan hit Snoop Dogg for Gayle King comments. Death hurts. Grow the F up. All right.
Let me say one thing. We're gonna segue into the next story after this.
Oh, man.
But at the beginning of it, I'm telling you, those feminists were quiet. They were quiet as a mouse because they seen the heat coming down the pipe.
Mm-hmm.
They seen the heat, and they knew that if they spoke, white feminists spoke against what we were saying, that it would only reinforce what we have been saying. It would reinforce our position. Now, they had to know that Snoop Dogg was going to apologize. Because let me tell you something. Right when they started, I was watching the timeline, I was watching the Twitter. We was monitoring these things.
Right.
And all of a sudden, they started to kind of get bold. And I should have known that an apology was coming, because otherwise they wouldn't have got bold. They got bold because they got the memo he getting ready to apologize.
Of course.
And this happened. That's why we bringing this out in chronological order, because this happened right before Snoop apologized.
Man.
Right before. You understand? Go ahead, brother.
Come on. Yeah, right before he did that, it went down. So now let's go ahead and get some more where we were. Okay. Rose McGowan hit Snoop Dogg for Gayle King comments. Death hurts. Grow the F up. Now, actress Rose McGowan slammed Snoop Dogg this week by telling the rapper to grow the F up after he lashed out at CBS this morning co-anchor Gayle King for mentioning a 2003 rape allegation against Kobe Bryant in a recent interview. Now, Snoop Dogg, whose legal name is Calvin Cortazar, looks like Brodus Jr., posted an Instagram video on Friday saying, we expect more from you, Gayle, right? Respect the family and back off, bitch, before we come get you. Okay? Now, McGowan, who was one of the first women to accuse Hollywood mogul Harvey Weinstein of sexual misconduct, took to Twitter to defend King and Washington Post reporter Felicia Sonmez, who tweeted about Bryant's rape case shortly after news of his death last month. She also called Bryant a hero. You want to know why Kobe Bryant is a hero? McGowan tweeted to her 900,000 followers on Monday. He apologized to a hurt woman. Snoop and others, it's time to stop. Yeah. You
see how they try to twist. Understand this. They have to twist the narrative. This is what we're talking about.
Right.
They had to say he apologized to a hurt woman, meaning you apologize when there's guilt. This is how they twist the narrative, brothers and sisters. This is what I'm trying to tell you. This is what we're going over tonight. This is why we're going to stay on Gayle. We're going to stay on Oprah. We're going to stay because they need to be made an example out of. You don't need Snoop when you got troops.
Right.
When we got troops in the ISUPK. You don't need that. We understand what he did. We understand that he spoke out, but then he quickly retracted.
Right.
You understand? Why? Because he is beholden to his money, brothers and sisters.
Man.
This is why you need real leaders. You need real leaders, and those leaders are in the ISUPK.
Right.
Keep going, my brother.
Come. So now, he says, others, it's time to stop terrorizing Gayle King and Felicia Sonmez. Truth hurts. Death hurts.
Hold on. Just listen to the language.
Right.
Terrorizing. Let's and understand this. When she says terrorizing, you got to know she's talking about black men. You got to understand that.
Right.
And we all know, if you follow the social media, you understand that it was not a male-female battle of the sexes. You understood it. We want to thank all you sisters that stood with the ISUPK. Thank all you sisters that was on the attack against Gayle and Oprah and Susan Rice, because there were black women that were standing and siding with the right side.
Right.
There were black women that was coming up against them.
Right.
It wasn't just black men, but they want to change the narrative to say we're terrorizing. It's not terrorizing. If you're going to be a journalist, you're able to critique people. Am I right, on y'all?
That's right. That's your job. That's right.
So that does not mean you are immune from criticism yourself. If you a social media, a journalist, your work is not free from criticism. Your reporting is not free from criticism. Keep going, my brother.
Good night, man. All right, so you said death hurts. Grow the F up. Kobe stopped hurting women. So can you.
Now you see that. But you see, this is the feminist talking to me. And that's why I'm sorry, man.
Dude.
I'm sorry. Listen, you ain't nowhere in here you gonna get me to apologize after that. You understand? I'm like, this man, this is why it's so important, man.
And otherwise, Kobe was guilty. He was guilty, but he stopped hurting people.
Right.
See? Yeah.
Right. Like, and listen, and you see how these things play out. And this happened. I thank the Lord. This is one reason I'm glad about social media, because you're able to see these things in real time. And you're able to really, if you understand, you're able to study these things, a case study in real time on how they try to shift it. These were feminist talking points. He hurt women. And I'm going to tell you something. These feminists, they overstepped their boundaries on a lot of stuff. A lot of them, they got caught up because they forgot that Kobe Bryant's wife, that she's a woman.
Right.
And that his daughter, she's a young lady that died in the helicopter crash, and he got 3 future daughters. So they don't understand that they hurt their own talking point because they don't care about destroying other women or hurting other women when it comes to destroying a black man, which shows you that they don't care about women. If it comes to destroying another black man, they have no sisterhood in this so-called white feminist organization. Keep going, brother.
Come, boy. Oh man, this lady right here. Woo! So now we go on some more. McGowan included a copy of Bryant's apology.
And I want to say this, and just for all the brothers and sisters to know that this is bigger than Kobe Bryant. Why am I saying that? Because this is bigger than Kobe Bryant, because this is an attack on black, Latino, Native American, Indian men across the globe. And they have used, don't you understand? The white man has weaponized journalism.
Man,
what you see happening to, what you see Oprah and Gayle and these other white feminists and black feminists that who have allied themselves with them, what they are doing is predatory journalism, brothers and sisters.
Man.
That's what this is. It's you heard of predatory lending? Well, this is predatory journalism. And it's journalism where it attacks men based if accusation is a guilt. Accusation of a black man being accused of something is automatically looked at as guilt.
Right.
And when you have that is predatory, and that's dangerous.
Right.
That's a dangerous precedent.
That's right.
That means meaning you're guilty until proven innocent.
Well, Cap, I'm gonna have to up you one. You guilty till proven guilty. See, that's what they say. So I'm saying if you accused as a black man, you're guilty until proven guilty. Why? Even though that they proven innocent, right? Kobe Bryant, he's still guilty. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
No matter what. You got it, Cap. No matter what.
Oh, that's right, brother. That's right. Let's keep going. Let's get deeper into this thing, man.
Come. All right. Now, McGowan included a copy of Kobe Bryant's apology over the 2003 incident. The charges against him were dropped after the woman declined to cooperate with prosecutors. She and Kobe eventually settled out of court in a related civil suit, and Bryant acknowledged that the woman did not feel that their encounter was consensual. Now, you want to know why Kobe Bryant is a hero? He apologized to a hurt young woman, right? Snoop and others. It's time to stop terrorizing Gayle King. Gayle King and Felicia Sonmez. Truth hurts. Death hurts.
Hold on. Now, understand this. Now, but once again, it's switching the narrative, terrorizing. So when they say stop terrorizing Gayle King,
right.
Let me show you what happened. Now Gayle King becomes the victim.
That's
Pay
right.
attention. Pay attention. Remember, she can't get no sleep. She needs security. Now she becomes the victim. And now the narrative, they pivoted on this. And this is what happened.
Right.
Keep going. This is setting the stage. Remember, this happened only a few hours before Snoop apologized. Understand, follow me, brothers and sisters.
Man, ain't that a trip?
I knew it. I said to myself, where is all this anti-black activity starting to pop up now? They even made a hashtag, I stand with Gayle, and we countered that with give Gayle hell and the hell with Gayle. We was copying and pasting, brothers and sisters.
Right. That's right.
Keep going, brother.
That's so true. Conor McCon. So yeah, we're gonna get it. We're gonna get some more right now. All right. So now, it continues to say Snoop Dogg said on Saturday that he wasn't threatening King, 65 years old, in his remarks the previous day. Well, when I said what I said, I spoke for the people who felt like Gayle King was very disrespectful towards Kobe Bryant and his family, Snoop Dogg said in a video on Instagram. Now, with that being said, what do I look like wanting harm to come to a 70-year-old woman? I was raised better than that. The 48-year-old entertainer said, he says, I don't want no harm to come to her. I didn't threaten her. All I did was say, check it out. You out of pocket for what you doing, and we watching you. have a little bit of more respect for Vanessa Bryant, her babies, and Kobe Bryant's legacy. So Oprah Winfrey, who was close with King, said on NBC's Today that the CBS News veteran has been the target of death threats following her interview with former WNBA star Lisa Leslie, in which King raised the sexual assault charge against Bryant. Okay, just real close, Cap. What I would like to see, because I know they have a lot of money, so I'm pretty sure they can record phone calls, have security cams. Like, can we hear some death threats? Can we see some emails? You see what I'm saying?
Then produce. Where are the credible death threats?
Right. Because
I ain't talking about somebody putting an emoji water gun on the post. I ain't talking about or a bomb on the emoji. What are the credible death threats? Now I'm not saying it's not the case. And we don't condone sending death threats to anybody.
Exactly.
What we will do, we will highlight the anti-black sentiment and the black male sentiment that's going on with journalism.
Right.
That is what's going on. But these are things. Once again, this is how they change the narrative. This is how they change it. Gayle King didn't get any death threats. Not that we have seen anybody. You understand? We haven't said but what they are getting is being told that your credibility among us. You know how you get a press pass when there's a conference or something?
Right.
You get a press pass to go in there and interview people. Well, your pass among us has been revoked.
That's it.
You understand?
That's
it's
it
been
right
revoked. There. You understand?
Yep.
Keep going, brother.
Con, I don't want to con. All right, so now, let me see, CBS anchor. Okay, so CBS News president Susan, looks like Zorinsky, has said the network fully supports King while vigorously condemning the reprehensive threats made against the 65-year-old co-anchor. Former National Security Advisor Susan Rice was among those who criticized Snoop Dogg's remarks. Okay, this is despicable, Rice wrote. Gayle King is one of the most principled, fair, and tough journalists alive. Snoop backed the F off. Tough on black men.
Right. She's not tough on Harvey Weinstein.
Right.
She's not tough on all those co-anchors that been charged with molestation and all those sexual assault women. There's plenty of white men that have been talked about in the media, man.
Right.
For what they've done, and white women. You think these white anchors ain't raping white women? But once again, you have to be the media scapegoat, brothers and sisters. This is why we tell you, and let me tell you something. This is why right now, even on social media, there's a call for black media. That's why, like now, like black people saying, look, we don't even get, we ain't get no fair reporting. Like they put those different tags on these news channels.
Right.
The most trusted thing in news you can trust, my ass.
Right. Con or con. I mean, this is so, look, it's so evil, man. And it's so one-sided. I mean, this is Cap. This all I'm looking for right here, Cap. Like, I mean, honestly, where is the apology? Coming from Susan Rice with her threat, because what I'm reading, it says Snoop Dogg back the F off, right? You come for Gayle King, you come against the army, you will lose. It won't be pretty. Cap, listen, Cap. Now, if Snoop Dogg's mama, okay, can tell Snoop Dogg, okay, you did wrong, baby, you need to go apologize, right? And that's what she said. She told him to go apologize. So Snoop went to go apologize because why? His whole thing was, the moral of his apology was what? 2 wrongs don't make a right. Okay? Now Susan Wright, okay, is she going to say, you know what? 3 wrongs don't make a right. Why? Because it was between Gayle and Snoop, and she butted in. So she the third leg. So 3 wrongs don't make a right. So she should get up, as being a leader and a spokesman and so forth, how am I saying?
Let me tell you something about Susan Rice. Susan Rice is a government official.
Right, exactly.
Now, I don't know. I know I don't know if she's retired, but you gotta understand what happened with Susan Rice. This is a woman, though. I think she was an ambassador or with Secretary of Defense or some high level. But you have a government official threatening a private citizen. A lot of people don't want to talk about that.
Right.
And then threatening to say that there's an army. So you got to understand those are, like these are things. But once again, that's how they change the narrative.
Right.
You got to understand. Snoop Dogg, the next story we're going to read is his apology. You understand? The next story we're going to read is his apology, and then the story after that is Gayle accepting his apology.
Good night, man.
This is what we're trying to show you how these things transpire. You understand? Keep going, my brother.
She's not going to apologize. So, again, I'll read it again. Right. Snoop, I'll read the threat, everybody, from Susan Rice, okay? It says, Snoop, back the F off. It says, you come for Gayle King, you come against an army, you will lose, and it won't be pretty. King was not on air Friday amid the controversy, but co-anchor CBS this morning on Monday and Tuesday. Now, let me see, that's more right there. Okay, that's it right there. That's all right.
Let's go. Now let's go to the next story. Story number 5. Now let's get the Snoop apology. And I want to tell you something, brothers and sisters. Understand this. A lot of people say, well, it's just journalism. We understand this. Words have power.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Words have power and consequence. And I'm going to tell you this. Because of predatory journalism, oppressors no longer have to use the word nigger. Pay attention. Because of predatory journalism, they don't got to use the word nigger. They got coded language now to describe us. They can just say, this is, anti-women. Or this is the urban crime to describe you, or low-income housing area. They got other words to describe you. They don't have to use the word nigger no more.
Right.
Because these things are attached to you. They have attached these things to you, not just on a national level, but an international level. You ask someone from a third world country or from another country how they view black people. Their view of black people is shaped by the predatory journalism of America. You understand? I found this out when I went to college. I didn't know East Indians looked at black people the way they looked at them, you know what I'm saying, overseas. And their view of us came from America. Because it was the news today. We were the criminals. We were the poster child for being a criminal. We were the poster child for being a deadbeat dad. We were the poster child for all of that, man. Our women were the, and let me tell you something. You women, you ain't getting off the hook either. You understand? As soon as the white feminist movement see no use for you, you're gonna be in the same boat again. They're gonna use you as a pawn in this chess game right now. But understand, you can't rise no higher than your man, black woman.
Okay.
You better understand that. You better understand that. Eve had to find that out. Go ahead, brother.
Come. All right, so here we go, y'all. Snoop Dogg apologizes and says, "I'm sorry, Gayle, for overacting to Kobe's comments." So I'm gonna go ahead and play it. I'm gonna go ahead and play the audio for him.
Come on, brother. Come on.
All right, so I'll play the audio while they sit back and listen. All right, this is Snoop Dogg once again, you guys, apologizing. Okay, here we go.
With a message. Two wrongs don't make no right. When you're wrong, you gotta fix it. So with that being said, Gayle King, I publicly tore you down by coming at you in a derogatory manner based off of emotions, me being angry at questions that you asked. Overreacted. I should have handled it way different than that. I was raised way better than that. So I would like to apologize to you publicly for the language that I used and calling you out of your name and just being disrespectful. I didn't mean for it to be like that. I was just expressing myself for a friend that wasn't here to defend himself. A lot of people look up to me and they love me and they appreciate me, so I want to let them know that anytime you mess up, it's okay to fix it. It's okay to man up and say that you're wrong. I apologize. Hopefully we can sit down and talk privately. Have a good day.
All right, there you go.
See that? And that happens. Remember, like I said, they got the word before it even happened. That's why they feminist things. So what does that do? That now change the narrative. It makes Gayle King the victim. You are an emotional, aggressive man who don't know what the hell he's talking about. And now the narrative has changed, brother.
Man.
And that is how. Now, not. Let me tell you something. Understand? Snoop is not our leader, so we don't. It's not going to really affect what we're doing.
Right.
But it does set a precedent for the white media. You understand? It's beyond really. To be honest, those celebrities that came and spoke out have been listening to people like Commander General Hunter. They've been listening to the radio shows. They've been listening to the classes. They know what we're saying about our oppressor and the tools that he used. They know what we're saying is the truth. And they spoke out because they've heard some of the things that we've been saying. You understand? They know this. You got to understand something, brothers and sisters. This predatory journalism affects how we see ourselves and how the world sees us. Professional journalism should report the facts across the board. Well, white men and women, they held to a different standard. You see that? And the world is seeing it now.
Oh, man.
That's why the Bible says that Satan, this man know he got a little time.
Right.
He ain't got that much, like the time, like all his tricks is being, you know what I'm saying, is being revealed.
That's right.
You understand? So he know, damn, this right here, how we gonna do it next time? Because now the heat is on, the eye is on. You understand? Keep any more on that story. That's it.
No. I just read the title. We get ready to read the little story that they have here. So we'll go ahead and do this.
Okay, that's all. That pretty much said it right there, brother. We ain't got to even go in more into that.
Okay, come on.
I want to see if the brother got let's go. Do you got a Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary near you?
Let me.
If we do,
not right next to me. I don't.
If not, no problem. I want to go into the scribes, right? Because I want to show you, brothers and sisters, something, man. The scribes in the Bible were one of the closest things we had to a journalist. You understand? It's one of the closest things. Why? Because a scribe, what does a scribe do? A scribe, first of all, they knew about the law, but they also dealt with the interpretation of the law.
That's right.
You understand? They had many different functions. They had other things that they would do privately, help people write legal documents, things like that. But the scribes had a pivotal role. And you got to understand that at that time, a lot of people, everybody couldn't read and write. You understand? But who did the scribes come against? Who did the scribes come against in the Bible? The scribes along with the Pharisees and Sadducees. They came up against Christ.
Right. Yep.
Don't ever forget that. They came up against Christ. And this is one of the most important things you got to take from this, that I want you to take from this. Before they could crucify Christ, they had to assassinate his character among the people, brother.
Oh, man, say that again.
I'm going to repeat that one more time. Before they could crucify Christ, understand his works, the works that he did, the things that he said, it was unrefutable. But they had the power of the pen. They had the influence over the people. And they had to assassinate his character before they can say crucify him. This is what they did, brother. And this is exactly what they do today. Give me Matthew chapter 9, verse 2.
Okay. It's the book of Matthew, chapter 9, verse 2, everybody. The book of Matthew, chapter 9, verse 2, all right? And it reads, so they can see what I'm doing. And behold, they brought to him a man sick of palsy, lying on a bed. And Jesus, saying their faith, said unto the sick of the palsy, Son, be of good cheer. Thy sins be forgiven thee. Okay.
Keep going.
Come. Verse 3. And behold, a certain of the scribes said
Hold
within...
on. Now Christ told this man They had palsy. That you're going to be healed. Your sins are forgiven. Right? Listen what the scribes had to say.
And verse 3, and behold, a certain of the scribes said within themselves, this man blasphemeth.
See?
Right? Right.
That's the accusation.
Right.
Blasphemy.
Right.
They're accusing our king of blasphemy. Go ahead.
Come. Verse 4. And Jesus, knowing their thoughts, said, wherefore think ye evil in your hearts? Verse 5. For whether is easier to say, thy sins be forgiven thee, or to say, arise and walk?
See? Why? Because guess what? Christ had the power to heal. And by having the power to heal, what does that do to the religious sect? It takes power away from them.
Right.
It takes power away. You understand? Christ had the power to forgive sin. He had the power to heal. And what did they do? They cared more about their reputation. So in themselves, they said blasphemy. And these were people who dealt with the law. These were people who dealt with the interpretation of the law. But they didn't understand the law. You understand? They didn't understand. They didn't understand what they were doing. A lot of them did understand. You understand? But it was jealousy. And they had to assassinate Christ's character. Take me to Acts chapter 6, verse 11. This is what they do.
The book of Acts chapter 6, verse 11. Acts chapter 6, verse 11. And it reads, then they suborned men, right, which said, we have heard him speak blasphemous words against Moses and against Christ. Let's go, Salakia. Blasphemous words against Moses and against God. Salakia. Okay, verse 12. And they stirred up the people and the elders and the scribes.
Hold on. They did what?
They stirred up the people and the elders and the scribes. And came.
The scribes had a part in it.
Right.
Understand? They had a part in it. These are accusations, false charges. But this is how they assassinate. The same thing is going on now. In order to make black men guilty abroad, you have to assassinate their characters constantly on a 24-hour news network.
Yeah.
This is what happens. This is how you implement these things into people's minds. Black people are always committing crime. Black men hate black women. But these are things that are perpetuated in the movies, in the news, everywhere. So you are behind enemy lines. This is what goes on, and this is some of the same. This is why Christ said a servant is not above his master. Everything that we going through, he already went through.
Right. Come.
And he didn't get. Go ahead, brother.
I just gotta go in. Like what you're saying is heavy, and listen, that's the reason why. White America or the oppressor, that's why they don't want under Commanding General Yohana us doing and being on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube, because we're making a difference through what? That internet, through that media, through that television, for people seeing videos. Like, it does make a difference by what you see on a constant basis. So if people turning off the television and they turning on ISUPK videos and looking at that and turning off the radio and listen, Captain Nakai, Captain Todd Wall, Captain Cox's listen to rappers lay it down, then we're slowly changing, their paradigm, and they don't want that, and they know that affects. But meanwhile, they play stuff on television. Oh, it's just entertainment. It's just it's just stuff to look at during the day. There's no harm by it. No, sure it is. Your movies, your radio, your internet, everything, and your books and your education, everything that they say has an effect on us as well as our children. You see what I'm saying? And they know that, so they don't want us to do it, but they can do it because they know the effect from it. Go ahead.
Damn right, brother. Like this what's going on with us, man.
Right.
These are things that's being fed to us constantly through a media and social media diet. These are things that we digest. These are things that, remember, you just don't eat. You eat things physically and you eat things spiritually.
Right.
These are things that we're digesting into our mental stream, and these things become what? They become about things that we say, man, that's what we do. That's what, you know what I'm saying? We got a hate towards women. Let me tell you something.
Man,
Black men love black women, man. You understand?
that's right.
These black, like, it ain't like they want to paint this thing with a broad brush. The sisters in ISUPK love black men, and the black men love black women. Hispanic, American Indian women, the same thing. Our brothers and sisters, we got a love for each other, man. But this is how they do. They put divide and conquer. You understand? These feminists are a front group for white supremacy. And notice they always target black men. Black men get the brunt of the hate. You understand? And they use people like Gail. You gotta understand, Gail ain't really a real journalist. I don't know if y'all know that. She's not really like, she got $11.5 million contract from being Oprah's friend. She's not a real journalist. What does she do that makes her stand out that she get $11.5 million? Think about it.
She got paid through association.
You understand?
Right.
Like, come on, man. Like, you never see these types of things, man. Keep going. What verse we on, brother?
We are on 11. Now we on 12. Verse 12. And they stirred up the people and the elders and the scribes and came upon him and caught him and brought him to the council. Okay.
You see that?
Mm-hmm.
Once again, that's how they operate, man. That's how they operate with social media, man. You understand?
Right.
Let's go to story number 6 where Gail accepted the apology.
Can we get that 13 real quick, Cap?
Oh, let's get it. Come on.
Con out of one con. Acts chapter 6, verse 13. And set up false witnesses, which said,
Hold on. I'm glad you said that.
Con out of one con, yeah.
You know, now listen to this. There's a sin. It's against the law.
Woo.
In the Bible.
Woo.
It's against biblical divine law to bear false witness against your neighbor.
Man.
And Gail is guilty of that, her being an Israelite. She's guilty. And
Right.
this is what predatory journalism creates false witnesses. It creates a false narrative which streamline, and a lot of people don't know this too. Check this out. You understand? Let me tell you, you don't understand this, man. This also rolls into the justice system. Because I'm going to tell you, check this out. Many cases are tried in the media first.
Yep.
That's why they call it, AKA, the court of public opinion. So check this out now.
Right.
If you trial in the media first, they already have a narrative that the people already decide that you're guilty or not before the trial even happens.
Oh, man.
It rolls over into the justice system. It affects how the judge, brother. This is why. Give me the scripture. I mean, this is a scripture where it says, "We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against prince." Get me that.
I'm already ready.
Right,
I'm already on it right now, Cap. I'll give it to you right now if you want it.
Like, yeah.
All right, let's get it.
You understand?
This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 6, verse 12, and it reads, For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places.
You understand that? You want to know why Snoop Dogg apologized? Because there's spiritual wickedness in high places. And high places meaning they have finance, they have capital, they have money.
Boy.
You understand? Principalities. Look up the definition of principalities for me, my brother.
Come.
I want the audience to get
Principalities.
You understand? You better understand what you're dealing with. You got to fight this in spiritual warfare. And how do you fight it? With this truth, with this knowledge, man.
Right. So we have principalities. Let me see. We have. Let me get over here. So principalities. It's a state. Well, I have a biblical definition, but let me go ahead and get it. It says a state ruled by a prince. Okay. Let's get more of the definition. It's not giving me. Let me see if I can get definition after that. Maybe it'll give it to me.
Or you can look up principle, which is the root word of principality.
Okay, cool. I just look up that then.
It'll help you zone in a little bit more.
Okay, come. All right, principle. All right, so Oh yeah, I think it's like Prince. I'm saying Prince.
And while he's looking at it,
Let's see,
we get ready to go to the next story.
Okay, here we go. All right, so principle, first in order of importance, the main thing. All right, let me see.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
First in order, that's good right there.
Okay.
You got principle, meaning you got a principle of government or institutions are rooted around certain principles.
Right.
So you got to understand something. If your journalism is based, meaning in order for you to rule over these people, they gotta not be seen as moral.
Right.
You gotta be seen as the moral person. You gotta be seen as the person that's always good, that's always right, that has the moral high ground. And this is what they do. These are principalities that rule this kingdom.
Right.
And how do you fight? You fight against principalities by bringing the truth.
Right.
By standing with the truth. This is why a lot of people don't understand. When the Bible says that you got to confess Christ, it ain't talking about getting up in church saying, oh, I confess. Confessing Christ is saying the truth. You understand?
Right.
On social media, in the street, that's what we do in ISUPK.
That's right.
We confess Christ by saying Christ is a black man.
According to what the scripture says.
By showing us who we are according to this Bible and showing us who our ancestors are.
Right.
Did you know it's why this is so important? Because it's because of these types of practices with predatory journalism. It's why we don't know Christ is a black man today. Did you know that?
Right.
You look up the Renaissance. You look up all the writings and how they try to portray Christ. They made him something. They performed a character assassination on Christ.
Yeah. So just to drive it home for you, Cap, so they know thoroughly what it is. The principle, meaning the person with the highest authority or most important position in an organization, institution, or group. That's it right there.
You understand that?
Mm-hmm.
These principalities use these institutions, man.
That's right.
And a lot of I'm going to tell you something. A lot of these black journalists, they got quiet too. We saw it. And we know why they got quiet, because a lot of them want their job at the CBS.
Yeah.
A lot of them want that job. They understand that it's a certain code that you got to not buck up against the system if you want to work for these people, man. A lot of them got quiet. We saw that. You understand? And now let's go.
Before we go there, because I have a picture that could pretty much be shutting Snoop down. I don't know, if he wants the picture to get out. I don't know if you seen it, Cap, but it is Snoop Dogg's son. Okay, have you seen that?
Well, yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it, man.
You see what I'm saying?
I've seen it. Well, that's what goes on in Hollywood.
Right.
When you see, I know what picture you're talking about. That's what goes on. That's what happened to Magic Johnson's son. These are things that's happening with the Wayne Wade's son. A lot of these. This is what goes on. This is what goes on when you in these high up echelon things, man. You begin to get disconnected, man.
Right. I mean, so I'm bringing that out to say, like, do you think that that's also affecting? Let me put it up on the screen so they can see it. Do you think the picture is also affecting, like, Snoop Dogg and his, quote unquote gangster image that he tried to portray some gangbanger, and he's supposed to be so masculine, yet his son is a fruitcake? Like was that matter, or would he want that put out on the main screen? Other than the money, you know what I'm saying? Because I know it's centered around money, him doing shows, they'll knock all that down or whatever. But I mean, that also, maybe he doesn't want this to get out too far, or maybe he does. I'm just asking what you might think on that, or does it matter? Because Snoop may sacrifice his son like Dwayne doing, to Molech, to the fire. Say, hey, I'm with the LGBT crew. Hey, my son's gay, and let me go on tour and make some more money. Like, what do you think?
Mm-hmm. Well, it's hard for me to say. I don't know Snoop Dogg personally.
Right.
But I mean, I know. One thing I do know is that money is what they serve. So when money, like the Bible said, no man can serve two masters. And to be frank, no dog can serve two masters either.
Man.
But pun intended, but this is what I'm trying to say.
Right.
This is the thing. Once you serve money, that you have no principle. Your principles is ruled around money. And whatever money is attached to it, you don't have any principle. You don't have any morality. You don't have a code. You understand? You don't stand for anything because you can be bought, which is why I said what I said about integrity. You understand? You white people is asking, what's the going price for a nigga's integrity right now? This is a capitalistic society. So they was like, I mean, it's hard for me to say, but I'm sure that he would definitely get support from the LGBT community. I'm sure.
Of course.
But I'm not gonna say. But as far as cats as gangsters, I mean, I don't. A lot of them cats ain't been in the hood since when? Forever. What?
Right.
Since
Exactly.
they got signed to a major label. So it's hard for me to say. I don't want to speculate on it. I have to probably do a little bit more research on it. But it's hard for me. I mean, really, I don't really know.
Right.
But I know those pictures that got released, and I mean, it's definitely looking like like he's going to be a mix between, Prince and Apollonia 6. I don't know what. I don't know what's going on there. You know what I'm saying? But when you in LA, you in Hollywood, these things go on.
Yep.
These are the type of things that go on. You understand?
Okay. You forget about your race and end up putting on lace. All right, let's go to the next. Let's go to the next one now. All right, everybody. Well, look, we're gonna get to the next story. The next story is as it looks. Gayle King accepts Snoop Dogg's apology. Says it was never her intention to add to the pain over Bryant's death. Okay? So now, once again, I got to keep reiterating that narrative has changed. Y'all understand? And understand, I don't think she gave an apology at all. And she ain't gonna get no damn apology. For what? Right.
You know what she gonna say? She was doing her goddamn job.
Oh, man. She gonna come out on come. All right, let's go ahead and get it, y'all. CBS News anchor Gayle King accepted an apology from Snoop Dogg after he appeared to attack her on raising the subject of the late basketball legend Kobe Bryant rape allegation in an interview. She says, "I accept the apology and I understand the raw emotions by his tragic loss," King told the Associated Press. Last week, the 48-year-old rapper launched expletives at King, right, calling her a funky dog head bitch and accused her of holding Bryant for a double standard, right? I was raised better than that, Snoop Dogg said in his apology days later.
Most of the things that we already read, you can skip over those. Let's get to I wonder if you can get to the meat of what Gayle said. Anything that was something that we can tie in, but if it's mainly just overlapping, then we can pretty much skip off of it if that's the case. I was just seeing if there was something in this article that we can use as far as what she said, as far as her accepting the apology.
Let me see. Accepting the apology, it's not complicated at all. Now she's just saying it's not complicated to me at all. There's a reply. She's just saying I had been. It's been said that its legacy is complicated because of the sexual assault charge that was dismissed in 2003, 2004. It's complicated for you as a young woman. No, so they're just going with Leslie. So that's it right there.
They just go. Okay. All right. So we can pretty much move on. I wanna pull out some more scriptures before we move on. Just to put a cap on this thing, man. Let's go to Luke chapter 23, verse 10.
Okay.
Luke 23, and like I said, once again, the scribes raised a false report. These men, they gave a false report against Christ, man. It's a sin to give a false report or a false witness against. You know what I'm saying? That this is showing you that there's predatory journalism, just like they do anything else. Predatory listening, these are things what they do to us, man. You understand? Their type of journalism is a tool of oppression, and it's a tool of white supremacy.
Man.
You gotta understand it when you're looking at the news, brother. You understand? It's not fair and balanced. It's unfair and it's imbalanced.
That's right.
All right. That's why you need platforms like Boot Up or Shut Up, Black Watch, and all the other platforms we have in ISUPK to decipher these things, man. You need this because if you don't, race is so important.
Right.
You need to understand how does this affect your race. Let's go. Luke 24 and 23 and 10.
All right, let's get it.
Adam Khan. This is the book of Luke, chapter 23, verse 10. And the chief priests and scribes stood and vehemently accused him.
Keep going. What verse we on?
Adam Khan. Verse 11.
Mm-hmm.
And Herod with his men of war set him at naught, and mocked him, and arrayed him in a glorious robe.
Mm-hmm.
The gorgeous robe.
You understand how they did Christ, man?
Man, put him out there like
They
that, man.
they accused, they falsely accused Christ. Read verse 10 one more time.
And the chief priests and scribes
The chief priests and scribes. You understand? These were the religious. This is why do you think the Lord had this put in the scripture? These are the collaborators. You got to understand the role of each one. The scribes dealt with the law. They were the writers. They were the ones who understood written language. They would do those things. You understand?
Right.
They had private enterprises also, but they weren't priests, but they dealt with the interpretation of the law.
Right.
So when the scribes said you were blaspheming, what you think the people said? Well, damn, the scribe said he was he must be blaspheming.
Yeah, it's sufficient.
Meanwhile, this man is here.
Right.
You understand? So they had to try to use they came up against the people who was with Christ.
Wow.
You understand? Because why? It was a threat to their power. And it's the same thing with America. You are a threat. Notice why all the great things that you do with black men don't get promoted on news that much. They don't get promoted because they don't want the narrative to change that you are an upstanding, you know what I'm saying, you have some morality about yourself. You understand? You gotta always be the villain. And when you're always the villain, understand this. Because our oppressor controls the media, we are always a potential enemy of the state.
Yeah.
You gotta understand that.
Well,
because our oppressor controls the media, you are always a potential enemy of the state. Why? Because it's based on lies and a need for the control of the narrative. Take me to John chapter 15, verse 19. John chapter 15, verse 19.
Man. One body, because I was going to pull that earlier. Good.
Oh, man. It's spiritual. It's spiritual.
This is the book of John, chapter 15, verse 19. If ye were of the world would love his own.
Mm-hmm.
But because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you.
The world do what?
Oh.
The world hateth you.
The world love you.
The world hateth you.
You got to understand why the world hates you, black man, Hispanic and Native American Indian man, because you're not of this world.
That's
the
it.
Lord then called you out of this world. So what you think the media of this world, how are they going to portray you? They're going to hate you.
That's right.
Because you conflict with that image. You the alpha male. You the hero.
Right.
You this. You that.
That's right.
You got to change the narrative. That's what they got to do. Read that scripture one more time for all our brothers. They want to understand. They don't understand why we being hated the way. Why we hated in the media. Why this world hates you so much? Because you don't belong to this world. You belong to Christ.
Man.
He didn't die for this world. He died for the world that's to come. The world that me and you and I are supposed to help build. Go ahead, brother. Read it again.
This is the book of John, chapter 15, verse 19. If ye were of the world would love his own. But because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hated you.
You see that, Ben Carson? You hear that? So why join the world? Why try to fit in the world?
Man.
You ain't supposed to try to fit into this world. You are supposed to be at constant conflict with this world.
That's right.
Because this world is at constant conflict with you.
Man.
Don't you see? This is not by coincidence. This is what you got to understand, brothers. Take me to Luke chapter 29, verse 45 and verse 46.
And it was and it was excellent, Cap, because when you had the brother read that scripture, the John 15:19, I put up Commanding Junior Hunter and the new picture for the Passover. I had that up while the verse was going.
Oh yeah, listen, you better. Let me tell you something. You better definitely be in the Passover. I don't know where else would you want to be. I mean, you got to fly from wherever you got to fly from. You got to catch a horse and buggy. Look, get in contact with the nearest camp leader. Get in contact. You understand? But I'm gonna tell you something. You see what's going on with this, and understand now they got to go back to the drawing board.
That's right.
You understand? They got to go back to the drawing board because now the heat is on. Things are on the radar now in our nation that we're seeing in ISUPK. We making it laser sharp, more aware of what's going on.
So
and now, like I said, these journalism, these other Uncle Toms, they sitting there like, look, man, I don't know if I should report on it. Let me make sure I got clearance on it. You understand? Because now you understand that you activated a lot of people. You activated a lot of people that seen what was going on, and they was upset. And a lot of them were upset in Hollywood. You understand?
That's right.
So now, and why were they upset? Because of what's happening on the ground. What's happening with folks, because they know people. See, they're not listening to these leaders no more, these civil rights leaders. That's what you don't understand.
That's right.
Do you know Al Sharpton, he sided with Gayle King. Steve Harvey and them sided with Gayle. Did you understand? There's a division that's getting ready to happen in this nation. You can't serve two masters. Christ said it himself. He said, I come to set father against son, mother against daughter. He's making a division to see who's going to serve him so he can build a new family. That's what you got to understand. Go ahead, brother. Luke 29 and 45.
Let's go, my Batazar.
Like you said, you said Luke 29.
Luke chapter 29.
You said Luke 29:45.
There's no Luke 29.
Luke chapter 29, verse 45.
No, there's no Luke 29.
I'm sorry, Salaki. I might have put it wrong. It's my fault, brother. Salaki.
That's all right.
Go to Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12. Salaki.
All right.
Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12. This is the importance of the ISUPK. This is why you need men like Commander Junior Hunter. You need Commander Junior Hunter in order to help navigate us through these things going on with social media. Once again, we want to thank all those black women that standing with the ISUPK.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Standing against Gayle King and people like Gayle King and people like Oprah and Susan Rice to understand they are detriment to you. They want to destroy your black son.
Man.
Let me make it personal to you. They ain't trying to just destroy black. Those boys that you raising, they want to destroy them too. Let me get personal with you. Your father, your grandfather, they want to destroy him. Your husband, they want to destroy him. Now, will you be a collaborator or will you stand against them?
That's right.
Do you hate your sons enough to let them be put in the media cycle as being a goddamn woman hater and a terrorist to women and all these other goddamn fabricated terms these feminists like to use?
Right.
Will you stand with the ISUPK? Will we see you at the Passover? Will you bring your sons to get anointed by Commander Junior Hunter? Will
That's
you
right.
do that?
Real talk.
Go ahead, brother.
This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 6, verse 12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places.
In high places. The Bible says that that they call Satan has the prince of the air. You understand? Who do you think control the airwaves?
That's
Who
right.
you think controls the airwaves? Satan. You understand? And the white man works for Satan. Why do you think all these things be on the media and all these things? Because he's controlling, and he's mad that we in the stream. We on the mean and we in the stream. Take me to 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 3. We gonna continue to power drive this thing, man, all the way home.
That's right.
This is the book of 2 Thessalonians, chapter 2, verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means.
By what?
For that day, let no man deceive you by any means.
Right.
Let me tell you something, brothers and sisters. Don't let nobody deceive you by any means, including journalism.
That's right.
So-called journalism. Including, I'm just reporting, I'm just doing my job. Don't let nobody deceive you. There's so many ways of deception. The greater the lie, the greater the deception. This is what you have going on. There's so many ways of deception. Why? Because you got rulers of darkness in high places. Don't be deceived by any means. Go ahead.
For that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first.
You're going to have to fall away from the white man's way of thinking.
That's right.
You got to fall away from Christianity. You got to fall away from this predatory journalism. That day is Judgment Day. That day not going to come unless you fall away. There has to be a fallout. Go ahead.
And that man of sin be revealed.
And hold on now, this is important. Did y'all hear that?
Yeah.
Did y'all hear that? Let me ask you a question tonight, brothers and sisters. How is that man of sin being covered up? How? Do you know how? I'll tell you one of the ways how. Because Gayle King don't goddamn report on it. That's how. The man of sin has cover because he's not being reported against. They're not doing no goddamn investigative journalism on the man of sin.
Right. Harvey Weinstein is none.
There you go. They're not doing that. Those things are off limits. But you are looked at as a criminal. So what does that say? The man of sin has to be revealed. How will he be revealed? By you standing in the truth and you understand who your enemy is, who the man of sin is. That's right. How he's revealed. That's how you change the reporting ground.
Right.
You understand? The man of sin is not revealed because he is receiving cover even through the white man's journalism.
Yeah.
Why? Of course he would, because he controls what?
The media.
He has wickedness. He's the rulers of darkness in high places. He controls the earth. So he gonna control what? He gonna control how his image is portrayed and yours. But that day ain't gonna come unless the man of sin be revealed. One more scripture. Let's take me to Revelation 2:9. We're gonna see if we can get one more story in. Revelation chapter 2, verse 9.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 2, verse 9. I know thy work and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not.
The Lord He know our poverty. He know our poverty. He know our works too. And why he got to say that? Because he knows that the world ain't gonna report it.
Right.
The world ain't gonna do an investigative report on our works and our poverty. They're not gonna do it. They're not gonna do it justice. And if they do, if they try to do it, they're gonna get shut down most of the time. You understand? He knows. Why he got to tell us? Because this world don't give us credit for what we do. In fact, they steal the credit. It's Black History Month. A lot of these inventions that these black people have created, guess what happened? They got stolen. They family line don't got the patent for this stuff. They just stole our. They take credit for our work.
Right.
You understand? But they don't take credit for our poverty. The reason you in poverty is because your works are not accounted for. You're not properly compensated.
Yeah.
This is what goes on. And the Lord has to let us know. I know your works. I know and I know the blasphemy with them which say they are Jews. And guess who controls the media? You want to know who controls the media? I want y'all to tell them who controls the media, my brother.
The oppressor, the white man who is the devil that the Bible speaks of. That's who controls the media.
I'm going to raise you one. The white Jewish man
Good
controls the media.
Come.
The one who calls himself a Jew. And he's not. And he blasphemes against the Lord. That's who controls the media. So now, is the picture getting clearer now?
Well, I wish Saul would
Is it getting clearer?
exterminated all of them, Cap. Man, I wish Saul would have followed through, man, with that order, man. I say, God damn.
Yeah, this is what we got to deal with today.
God
you understand? But Christ is coming to make it all right.
That's right.
But we got to stand with Christ. We got to stand. We got to stand with our King. You understand? We got to stand with the man who stands with our King, and who's that? Commanding General Yohana.
General Yohana all day, every day.
You understand? You want your boys to be raised with some strength and not to be apologizing like Snoop. You better bring them to the Passover, let them get anointed.
That's right.
You better bring them before the priest.
Right.
That's what you better do. Okay.
Right.
We got time for one more story, brother.
Con. Let's get it.
Let's get story number 2. Since it's Black History Month.
Con. All right.
Here's story number 2. Since you know, I want y'all. I've been thinking this Black History Month. We all, it's real. We all included now. We all. We in a post-racial era. I think 2020 is the year of the post-racial.
Right.
Era. Is that what they saying now?
Yeah, post-racial era. That's what they say.
Post-racial era. Well, we all inclusive. We want to be multicultural. We don't want to put ourselves in a box.
Yeah. Well, you better put yourself in a box because here we go, y'all. Last story for tonight. A photo circulates of Martin Luther King High School students. Yes, Martin Luther King High School students posing with swastika Confederate flag.
Now, isn't that ironic?
Yeah.
Isn't that just ironic that you would see something like this? Martin Luther King student. The school is named Martin Luther King. And you have, thank you, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
Yep.
Thank you. See, this is what you don't understand. That is what you integrated us into. Remember, it's nothing different. They didn't give up their culture. They didn't give up their culture. In the South, they had Confederate flags on their trucks when we went to their schools.
God.
They didn't give up their culture. But you gave up something.
Good night. Listen to this.
You gave up something.
And, I mean...
This is what you integrated our children into. Go ahead, brother. And when it got his goddamn name on the school, too. Go ahead.
Exactly. Like, I got the picture up on the screen, right? You're looking at the little... You know what I'm saying? The little Esau, you know what I'm saying? The little white boy with his hand on the little white girl butt with the little white power symbol sign on it. You see what I'm saying?
Come on,
man. Just smack dab in the middle at Martin Luther King High School Church. That's a joke, man. And guess what? They better not have a plaque or a picture out front or anywhere in the school because, they are going to urinate, spit, and do everything else on it. Okay?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, all right, let's go ahead and get it. So now, again, this is the photo, y'all, that circulated through Martin Luther King High School students, Martin Luther King High School, and these are the students that are posing with the swastika and, of course, the white power sign symbol. Swastika with the Confederate flag in the background. Mind you, you see the Trump 2020 right next to it, okay? So now, administrators say they're taking action after a photo began to circulate on social media, okay, that showed students who attended Riverside Unified Martin Luther King High School posing with a swastika and a Confederate flag right next to it. Okay.
And now listen, and boy, they gotta feel big and bad. And you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. They got the upper hand. So if you want to talk about history, you want to talk about us joining up, because guess what?
Right.
They can say you fought to join us. You got dogs and stuff sit on you to sit on our toilet.
Oh, yeah.
That's what they gonna say.
Right.
See,
right.
You put us in a position now. You put our children in a position now where they, and guess what they got to say? You know, and because of going back to the media, because of what happens and how things, they say, you know, they're gonna say two wrongs don't make a right. I'm sorry for being black. I'm sorry if I made you uncomfortable.
Man.
This is what happens. I'm just showing you how it's perpetuated. I'm showing you. You always got to goddamn apologize. You always got to do that. Meanwhile, they never apologize.
And never do they have other white people coming to. They never have other white people coming to, you know, our defense and saying you wrong, going against their own people either. See what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You won't see that either.
Exactly. Keep going, my brother.
Administrators, it says, now in the image, you have 8 students, all right, were seen posing in front of both a Confederate and a Trump 2020 flag. One male student was holding a swastika symbol, and another student appears to be holding up a white power sign, a hand sign. Appears to, I love how they cover it. It appears, perhaps, possibly, it's plausible. No, it's a sign right there sitting there.
Exactly.
God,
exactly.
Man,
now, hold on.
Just
hold
how
on.
they even
you
start
see
putting it in the media.
Hold on. Well, if I could, I want y'all.
Go ahead, sir.
Do you hear how that sounds? Do you hear how that sounds? Understand both. Who wrote that? A journalist. It seems.
Right.
We don't know for sure.
Right.
It seems, but if that was a black man, see, this is why we go over these stories to teach. They give them the benefit of the doubt. Even with a goddamn swastika and a Confederate flag, they still don't know. They don't know if it's a white power sign. What the hell is it? A peace sign?
Right.
Keep reading.
And listen, and if they're not doing that, well, let's just talk on the basis of, are they gang members? They're throwing up all types of stuff. Not unless they at the school of the deaf or something and blind. See what I'm saying?
That's right.
That's gang symbols.
That's right.
So ain't no way around it. All right. So now it says, according to the school's principal, Michael West, other students reported the image, saying that it made them feel unsafe at school, among other concerns. In an email sent out to the parents, West, the principal, said that his administration immediately began an investigation and found out that there was no evidence of planning or intent to commit unlawful acts or to physically harm anyone. Say,
now listen.
say.
Now hold on. Now hold on. Now once again, we just got through going about the journalism, predatory journalism. Now, if you understand, see, this is why you got to observe these things, man. If you look at the swastika is a symbol for Hitler's, you know what I'm saying, for his regime. And
right.
his regime committed mass destruction all across the goddamn. I mean, it's damn World War II. It started World War II.
These people, man.
I mean, come on, man. I mean, exterminating. I mean, burning people up and all kinds of shit.
Right.
And then you know that also a symbol with the neo-Nazi movement.
That's right.
The Confederate flag. They lynch black men. That's why we put that flag down in front of our camp and we step on it.
Right.
And we make. And where they bow down and kiss our boots on that flag.
Right. It's an alt-right symbol too. Quiet as kept. Yeah.
Alt-right, all of that.
Right.
So how can you say we don't have no evidence of the evidence is right before you. The flags they hang up. But once again, this is how media. This is how you see how the tide changes because they're just kids. Until there's another Dylann Roof situation at Martin Luther King Jr. School. Until that happens. And then guess what they're gonna say? Oh, they needed more love. They needed to be, you know, they didn't somebody unplugged their Xbox.
Oh man.
You understand what I'm trying to tell you? This is how it works. You understand? You understand that there's two types of journalism. You understand? There's two types of justice. So you don't live in this world. This world, they gonna look after their own. They gonna say they going through a stage.
Yeah.
Until they shoot a black man or a black teacher. You know what I'm saying? That ain't good enough. Well, maybe they write swastika on Martin Luther King's name. How about that? How about that? Would that make you change your opinion?
Well, I tell you.
Go ahead, my brother. Any more on this story?
A little bit more. So again, it goes on. While we cannot provide specific details due to privacy laws, King High School is taking appropriate action to stop this kind of disruption to school and prevent it from reoccurring, the email stated. Now, in a video... How are you going to
prevent it from reoccurring when it's on social media? They have friends on Facebook. They doing this on their own, I guess, in their own privacy, their own home.
Yeah.
How you gonna stop that?
Right. How you gonna stop perpetual hatred?
Yeah. You can't stop you can't regulate perpetual hatred.
Right.
That's what they don't understand. It ain't no getting around it, man. So I know it's getting late, man. Listen, I want to go ahead and wrap it up. I want to thank you for having me on tonight, and let's go into these things, man. Remember, you memers and you streamers, we want to continue to push the hashtag. The hell with Gail, give Gail hell. We want, like I said, just stay on the ball because this is what was going on. You know what I'm saying? Anytime you get a chance, you copy and paste it on that Twitter. You copy and paste it on the Instagram and etc. You know what I'm saying? On any article with Gail, because I'm telling you, the comments are still going in. We still getting it on. I mean, it's a lot of stuff going on. We got a lot of other people that's coming to our aid now because they feel like it died down. But remember, more importantly, make sure you get in this ISUPK and you change your life and you apply these things to your life because we got a hellified fight that's going on, man. And it's only going to intensify. It's only going to intensify the closer we get to these elections, the closer we get to all these different events that's coming up, man, throughout the year. And things that may just pop up throughout the year. So make sure you're on the right side of history. Make sure you stand with the Lord. I want to thank every brother for listening to me tonight, and I want y'all to water for you having the brother Reed, and that's dropping it, man. It's Captain Kahuntham Yard, reporting live from hell. I'm out of here. Shalom.
Most High in Christ. All right, well, listen, go ahead and give me Ezekiel 35, verse 5 real quick. Give me Ezekiel 35, verse 5, all right? I'm going to go ahead and dig in for a minute and a half, y'all. Okay, before we get out of here, because I'm gonna tell you right now, man, I take what I'm seeing personal. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? For my nation of people, I most definitely find it offensive. You understand what I'm saying? So with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and get this. So give me that as soon as you get that verse, Baba Kashah.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 35, verse 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword.
See, that's in the time of hold on just a second. Now it says thou hast had a perpetual hatred. The word perpetual means an ongoing hatred, continual hatred, a non-stop hatred. Right, against who? Who does it say? Now, who does Esau, right, so-called white man, right, the oppressor, right, the devil in the earth, who does he have a perpetual hatred against? What does it say?
To the children of Israel.
To who?
The children of Israel.
Nah, he got a perpetual hatred against the Arabs or the Chinese, man. What does it say?
The children of Israel.
Against so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians, man. That's who the oppressor, man, has a perpetual hatred against. You see what I'm saying? And he will never ever change that, right? Because we're God's chosen people just because God loves us, and that's hard for a whole lot of people, man. You feel what I'm saying? Right now I'm going to a meeting right now, in Austin. Around nothing but white folks, man. And all these white folks, they're trying to unlearn their racism, right? And it's hard when I come in there with that Bible. Oh, it's hard when I get to dropping it and telling them that they ain't dookie squat, that they ain't dada, according to these scriptures, that the children of Israel, who they have called thugs and robbers and thieves, right, and wetbacks and spicks, you see what I'm saying, and every other name that they can think of, that we are above all nations on the face of the planet. They lose their damn minds when they hear that. You understand? And it's going to always be like that. See what I'm saying? That's why children of Israel, hear me now, right? And hear every other priest and prophet and officer that's teaching these classes on Instagram, as well as YouTube and Facebook and Periscope, wherever those social media outlets are, right? You need to make sure that you are coming out to attend the 51st Passover. You see what I'm saying? The 51st Passover, Command and General Yohanan, man. You know what I'm saying? Command and General Yohanan is where you need to be out at the 51st Passover, man, because we're going to get it in out there, man. It's going to be in White Plains, New York. Okay? White Plains, New York. Okay? And it's going to be at the Westchester County Center. Okay? April the 9th. That's on a Thursday, and we got it for 2 days too. What you say about that? Okay, that's where the tithe money is going. You know what I'm saying? When you donate to ISUPK, that's where our money goes. It goes to bettering our nation, man, and raising our children. See what I'm saying? And that's what we want everybody to see, man. ISUPK is no joke, man. You understand that? We are the truth, man. The home of the truth, the only home of the living truth. Period. Okay, and we want everybody to be a part of it, man. Okay, it's already been said. All I'm doing is reiterating it. You know what I'm saying? Command and General Yohanan has put it out there for all. Okay, not some, but for all camps. All right, all camps are ordered to come back home. All camps are ordered to come back home. You understand that? All camps are ordered to come back home and serve the Lord. All right. April 9th for the Passover, man. All right, you gotta be there. It is a commandment. All right, and that is in order. Gather together, O nation not desired. You understand that? Gather together, O nation not desired, man. Before the decree passed. You understand? And once that decree passed, let me tell you, you anger the Lord. Listen, man, boy, you anger the Lord. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's not a pretty sight. Understand that. It's not a pretty sight, man. You see what I'm saying? So listen, we're going to make sure that we get it in. You know what I'm saying? We're going to make sure that we get it in. We're going to make sure that we serve the Lord. And we want everybody to come out to the 51st Passover. You understand that? Again, I'm going to leave y'all, like I said. I'm saying I'm not going to go nowhere without giving credit. I'm saying like I always do, man. You know I'm saying? To my ISUPK radio affiliates. I'm saying big ups to my big brothers, Captain Tazariak, Captain Katazai, Cross the Line Radio, also to Angry Black Man Media, Captain Saka War, Officer 5000 Ariyah. What's up to big ups to Take Ground Radio, my big brother Captain Kapash, Officer Tarak up in Indianapolis, all the way over to Delaware, Wilmington, Delaware, my brothers in Delaware. Officer Tazayawan, Officer Matazapa, with Rude and Speech Radio. Okay, we also have. You can go on ISUPK. I think it's Raz, right? Rez. That's it now, and that's where you can find Priest and Officer 5000 Kazak Yad. All right, from California, man. All right, and the inconvenient truth. The inconvenient truth. You want to make sure that you don't miss that, man. You understand that? Make sure you check that out. My other brothers in St. Louis, they have a new radio station. Captain Goodall, Godalgabar, okay, in St. Louis, man. Sharpen the Sword Radio. Want to make sure that you check that out. Coming out real soon, if it's not already out right now. All right, make sure you go to ISUPK St. Louis and check for that listing for that radio show as well. Okay. Let me see, what else do we have here? I'm trying to make sure we have everything. Okay, now tomorrow, Monday, y'all know what time it is, man. Tomorrow, Monday, you want to make sure that you are bright and early in the morning, all right? We got Let a Hebrew Speak, all right? Been rocking it out for a while, man, with General Hazayan and Captain Akkad. Okay, my brother Officer Marah be in the building too, man, all right? So that is going to be at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central Time. All right, Let a Hebrew Speak, man. It's going to be about 2 hours. Immediately following that, you got my other big brother out of Syracuse, New York, Captain Azania. All right, with The Hidden Truth Revealed. The Hidden Truth Revealed will be on at noon time, man. Okay, and that's 1 o'clock from noon to 1. Okay, Eastern Time. All right, you want to make sure that you check that out. The Hidden Truth Revealed out of Syracuse, New York. All right. So again, you want to make sure that you stay tuned. All ISUPK classes tomorrow, Monday. We have scripture breakdown. 12 Shield General Muhammad, or one of the high-ranking officers or captains will be giving that class tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central. All right. Scripture breakdown. Immediately following that, you know what time it is, y'all. Immediately following that, guess what? What you think? Huh? I'm gonna ask you, what do you think? What do you think immediately follows that? But guess what? You already know what time it is, man. It's gonna be the Grill Radio Show. Okay? The Grill Radio Show with Commanding General Yohana, man. Laying it down once again, man. If you're having trouble getting on the Grill Radio Show on YouTube, again, it has been a new channel. It's called Black Watch. All right, Black Watch is the channel, man. Black Watch. Go and subscribe to Black Watch at the Grill Radio Show, and you can also get the ISUPK app. Yes, indeed, the ISUPK app for all Android phones. As for now, you got an Android phone, you can get that app. All right, go to your Play Store, download the ISUPK app. All right, and let me see. That way you can get the videos, you get songs. You'll be, most definitely get the classes that we have. And yes, the Grill Radio Show will be on the app. So that'll be tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Monday, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, as well as 8 p.m. Central. All right, the Grill Radio Show. Have all the heavy hitters, 12 Shield General Muhammad be in the building, General Mayat, General Hazayan. You know what I'm saying? No telling who might be in there. You know what I'm saying? You might have Captain Shapar Napash. You never know, right? But the heavy hitters will be in the building, supporting Commanding General Yohana. Make sure you are in the super chat right on time at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. All right. Don't forget, y'all. Make sure that you come to that Passover. All right. Westchester County. That'll be 198 Central, White Plains, New York, 10606. Again, Westchester County, 198 Central Avenue, White Plains, New York, 10606. All right. Again, come out there and join us. The 51st annual Passover, the only official, the only authorized Passover. All right, ever. Okay. So now, don't miss it. Now, with that being said, you know what time it is, man. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. You know what I'm saying? But before I leave out, I'm gonna make sure that I leave you with some. Let me at least take this garbage down. How's that? Why not take that garbage down? I wanna do that, you know what I'm saying? Take that garbage down off the screen, right? Yeah, so yeah, we're gonna get into it, man. My brother out of Dallas, Texas, man, has a super hot track right now. If you don't know, then you gonna know. Okay, he is a priest and officer 5000. Ashayar Rakah. Ashayar got it going, man. Got it going on right now. Bury me a priest, and that is how every priest wants to be buried, man. Not gang banging, right? Not robbing and stealing, right? Not on the run from a law. Not barricaded in while the feds outside. That's not a way to die, partner. The way to die is to die for the Lord, man. To die doing something righteous. To die defending your nation. Dying, trying to give your dad an honor to his name, man. See what I'm saying? So big ups to priest and officer Ashayar. You know what I'm saying? My brother, he know what time it is, man. I'm gonna go ahead and put him in the mix and get out of there. Hey, I am priest and officer 5001 Ya Allah Bun Ya Hawad Bun Yasha Allah. This is episode 71 of Boot Up and Shut Up Radio. Make sure you share it. Make sure you donate to the Cash App. And listen, and more than anything, pay your tithes, man. Pay your tithes to the men of the Lord. 10%. My Ashura. All right, it is a commandment. All right, so let's go ahead and get it in, man. Y'all know what it is.
Yeah. But I took an oath that I'ma stand up and blaze the truth on any motherfucker. Yeah. Hey, yeah. Bury me a priest. Up at night I never sleep, contemplating how to set my people free. Bury me a priest. Revolution I be moving, got the feds, get a virus in these streets. Nigga, bury me a priest. Restoring honor to my dad's name, he died before he ever got to see you. Bury me a priest. If it's ever rest in peace, tell my kids that it died on his feet. Bury me a priest. So cold-blooded, but the hoes love it. Posted with the low stugging. At 15, I got caught up at the wrong spot. The cop tried to whoop me till my nose blooded. Now I'm fighting back. Suit up all my niggas in that black. Troopers with them killers in the cat. Catch me on the corner going hard with them motherfucking facts. Blaze on your bitch ass. Drop the truth for days, then I get cash. Bring it to the table, then we split that. It's that nation building flow to make the dead turn their neck like a whiplash. Now bury me a priest. Up at night I never sleep, contemplating how to set my people free. Bury me a priest. Revolution I be moving, got the feds, get a virus in these streets. Nigga, bury me a priest. Restoring honor to my dad's name, he died before he ever got to see you. Bury me a priest. If it's ever rest in peace, tell my kids that it died on his feet. Bury me a priest. I'm from the South, but knew a drought up in Cornell. Met a nigga by the name of Darnell. That really ain't his real name, he put me on the work from the cartel. Bitch, I ain't a snitch, never snitch. Then I hit my brother up, I got a lick. This right before the truth, that shit legit. We can ship it by the truck loaded. By the end of summer, we gon' hit, nigga. Yeah. About to be the man on they bitch ass. Got green plus the Zans on they bitch ass. Pop a rubber band on a bitch ass. The fuck a nigga saying I don't trick cash. Now slow the car down while I ride down the I-95. Think about my daughter's eyes on some real shit. My partner caught a case, faced the time. What the fuck is going through a nigga's mind on some real shit? My daddy passed away while I was crying, but my pride won't let me keep crying on some real shit. Something gotta give, shit. Cause somebody gotta make it out these streets. Now bury me a priest. Up at night I never sleep, contemplating how to set my people free. Bury me a priest. Revolution I be moving, got the feds, get a virus in these streets. Nigga, bury me a priest. Restoring honor to my dad's name, he died before he ever got to see you. Bury me a priest. If it's ever rest in peace, tell my kids that it died on his feet. Bury me a priest.
Boot up or shut up radio live with Priest and Officer 5000 and Wanya Allah. Tune in every Sunday night from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Central Time. It's gonna be informative and provocative. Also broadcasted live with Priest and Captain of 13,000.
Meditating them scriptures. Meditating them scriptures. Meditating them scriptures. Meditating them scriptures. Precept upon precept, line upon line. Precept upon precept, line upon line. Here a little and there a little, line upon line. Here a little and there a little, line upon line. Precept upon precept, line upon line. Precept upon precept, line upon line. Meditating them scriptures. UDK get with ya. Right down the middle will split ya. You gon' cry cause you soft like tissue. Crooked ass cop wanna band it. My whole family can't stand it. My so-called friends of the world, they hate a nigga now cause I'm doing the commandments. My garment fly like a bird. See us on the corner, teaching the word. I'ma preach the prophet of the ISUPK, home of the truth, and you hear what you heard. I roll with the crew, I know what to do. Put the OGs with the young stuff, mix the old with the new. Get rid of all the gangs, let's put a large arm in all red and the blue. Now eyes on you. Don't be a fool. Raised in the streets, so you know I got the tool. No more slavery, we gon' rule. UPK is the Israelite school. These Christian pastors be lying. Reverend Pope chop robbing you blind. Sitting in church looking for a sign while the money hungry pastor takes every dime. The white man is the enemy. He's my rival. He say God love everybody, but that ain't in the Bible. Meditating in the scriptures is so vital. I love the children of Israel, so I'm gon' keep it tribal. Meditating them scriptures, meditating them scriptures, meditating them scriptures, meditating them scriptures. Precept upon precept, line upon line. Precept upon precept, line upon line. Here a little and there a little, line upon line. Here a little and there a little, line upon line. Precept upon precept, line upon line. Precept upon precept, line upon line. Israelite, my bloodline. It's all about my pedigree, my heritage, my lineage. Can't no devil get next to me. I'm coming down, I'm swinging on holes, I'm fitting corners, I'm still on votes. I'm the main attraction like a centerfold. I'm an Israelite and I know I'm chose. Coming through with that border blue, French is swinging in the air on you. Got the shield of David and I know you saw. I'm on the pulpit of wood, read the book of the law. Them devils ain't messing with nothing. Go on, bite your business, keep stepping. UPK is the only way, and that brotherhood is a weapon. My brothers is speaking in camp, holding Shabbat like a champ. The fake Israelites, they cannot compete. They tuck in they tail, they run and they vamp. Take a lot of courage to do what we do. That is the difference between me and you. I feel the most high in the judgment for breaking the law, my nigga, so what about you? I don't give a damn about no heathens. I ain't gotta give you no reasons. Enemy, they devils, they demons. They hell with them, I never pledge no allegiance. I ain't gon' front, I ain't shit, won't quit. All credit goes to the most high. Lasha one for dash, Barakatah, Yahweh, Shai. Meditating them scriptures, meditating them scriptures, meditating them scriptures, meditating them scriptures. Precept upon precept, line upon line. Precept upon precept, line upon line. Here a little and there a little, line upon line. Here a little and there a little, line upon line. Precept upon precept, line upon line. Precept upon precept, line upon line. Meditating them scriptures, meditating them scriptures, meditating them scriptures, meditating them scriptures. Precept upon precept, line upon line. Precept upon precept, line upon line. Here a little and there a little, line upon line. Here a little and there a little, line upon line. Precept upon precept, line upon line. Precept upon precept, line upon line. Rolling hard, wherever I be rolling, rolling hard. Trials and tribulations in my life got me rolling hard. Woke up, Lord bless me with another day. Eat shit, showered and be on my way. Jumped in the two-door, Monte Carlo solo with a fofo on my way to get the dough, yo. If you don't work, then you don't eat. Don't be scared to walk through life when you got feet. You gotta run a race, it's a track meet. Can't trust nobody on the street, so you pack heat. Just got a phone call, my homie I grew up with dead. And last night my other partner had his dough kicked in by Fed. Crooked cops go to your hood and hug your steps, searching till they find your stash box where the gun is kept. I ain't never slept, some dream a fairy tale crime. The judge ain't giving no breaks, he giving jail time. I'ma put my trust and faith in the Lord. Never scarred on the boulevard, always rolling hard. I'm rolling hard, rolling hard. Rolling hard. Wherever I be rolling hard. Trials and tribulations in my life got me rolling hard, got me rolling hard, rolling hard, got me rolling hard, got me rolling hard. I believe in its truth, I'll never stop. Gun to my head, knife to my throat, I'll never stop. Ain't eat or drink nothing, I'll never drop. Rapping words over beats like this, I'll never flop. Pick up your cross, follow Yahweh Shai. Living righteous now, that old wicked man had to die. I testify the white man, the devil, he a lie. He the judge sitting in court that make your mama cry. Christian Christianity had me traumatized. I'll never water down the truth, I can't compromise. I love the Most High more than my own children. My sons and daughters, they hate me, just imagine the feeling. Pain hurts so deep, cut like a machete. Prepare your soul for temptation, you better get ready. I'ma put my trust and faith in the Lord. Never scored on the boulevard, always rolling hard, I'm rolling hard. Rolling hard. Rolling hard. Wherever I be rolling. Rolling hard. Trials and tribulations in my life got me rolling hard, got me rolling hard, rolling hard, got me rolling hard, got me rolling hard. If it ain't one thing, it's 5 or 6. That president gon' cause a race war through politics. The way they treat my Mexican brothers on the border. Isaiah 14 and 21 prepare slaughter. Babylon falling, everything gon' flip. Every day of my life I pray for rulership. I'ma put my trust and faith in the Lord. Never scored on the boulevard, always rolling hard. I'm rolling hard, rolling hard.
8 p.m.
Rolling hard. Wherever I be rolling.
Priest and captain of 13,000.
Trials and tribulations in my life. Got me rolling hard. Got me rolling hard. Got me rolling hard. Got me rolling hard.
The native Indians in America, the 12 lost tribes of the nation of Israel. Boot up or shut up. Radio live every Sundays from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Central Time.
Boot up or shut up radio. Shut up radio. Home of self-mutilation. Whatever verse you pull out the Bible, you gon' cut yourself. Cut yourself.